Have you ever wondered why people everywhere tell frightening stories about monsters? For thousands of years, we have spoken of creatures beyond human understanding, myths, legends, nightmares with names. But what if some were not born from imagination, but from encounters? Today, you will hear about beings that live between reality and dreams. This is the third part of our journey into mythical creatures. Each time, the stories grow darker, stranger, and more frightening. Let's begin. 7. The Boogeyman. The Boogeyman is not a monster with a single shape. That is what makes it terrifying. Witnesses describe it as a tall, shadow-thin figure with elongated arms, fingers that stretch like twisted branches, and a head that seems to swallow light instead of reflecting it. Its body appears melted into darkness, as if it does not fully belong to our world. Sometimes it has no eyes. Other times, it has too many. Across cultures, the Boogeyman is described as living in closets, under beds, inside dark corners of rooms where light never fully reaches. Skeptics say this is nothing more than childhood fear, but modern reports from adults say otherwise. People claim to see a tall silhouette standing in their doorway, breathing slowly. Footsteps in hallways where no one walks. Cloaked shapes standing beside their beds at night, unmoving, watching. What makes this even more unsettling is the pattern. Sightings increase in abandoned buildings, old hospitals, and homes with histories of tragedy, places where trauma soaked into the walls. It has never been captured, never photographed clearly, only seen, then gone. Some even call it Baba Yaga, the same name whispered in the shadows of John Wick. 6. The Skinwalker. Next comes a creature from the deep deserts of the American Southwest, a land where the ground stretches forever and the night feels endless. Its name is Skinwalker. It is said they were once human, a witch or magic man who learned dark powers. They can change shape into animals or even other people. People describe skinwalkers as human-shaped, with strange faces and very stiff movements. Sometimes they look like big animals, but with frightening human eyes. They move in a strange way, like something inside them is not right. Most stories come from Arizona, Utah, and New Mexico. Even today, many people are too scared to walk alone at night in these deserts. One man claimed a figure ran alongside his speeding truck, and when it turned and smiled at him, he froze. Today, skinwalkers appear in online stories and scary games, but people from the Navajo Nation say it is not a joke, and they don't like to say its name. Their legend has spread so far that even the series Supernatural dared to bring them to life. 5. The Wendigo. The Wendigo was born from the darkest part of the human heart. It is said to be very tall, thin, starving, and forever hungry. Its skin looks pale and stretched tight over sharp bones. Its long fingers end in claws, and its eyes glow in the dark. Its mouth never closes, forever open with hunger. Some people say it has antlers or the skull of a deer for a head. The story comes from Native American tribes from cold forest lands. They believed anyone who ate human flesh during hard winters would turn into a Wendigo. This monster loves fear. It makes people feel alone, cold, hungry, and lost. Only when the person feels completely broken does it attack. In the 1900s, doctors recorded real cases of people who believed they were turning into Wendigos and felt they wanted to eat human flesh. Today, the Wendigo appears in movies, games, and books as a symbol of greed and madness. But the old warning remains. If you are lost in a cold forest and hear your name whispered softly, do not answer. The horror game. Until dawn turned this ancient nightmare into a chilling enemy players could face. 4. The Hippogriff. Not all mythical creatures are scary. Some are beautiful and powerful. The Hippogriff is half eagle and half horse. Its front half has a bird's head, wings, and sharp claws, while its back looks like a strong, fast horse. It is a creature of beauty, but it is also very dangerous. The story says it was born from an impossible love between a griffin and a horse. This creature can fly across oceans and move faster than lightning. There is one special rule. Hippogriffs never attack first, but you must bow before them to show respect. If you do not bow, they may strike. Many people today know them from Harry Potter, especially Buckbeak, who showed the world that magical creatures deserve kindness. The Hippogriff is special because it shows that something can be both beautiful and deadly. 3. Ogopogo. Next is a lake monster from Canada's Lake Okanagan. Its name is Ogopogo. It looks like a long, snake-like creature with dark, shiny skin. It has a small head that looks a little like a horse, and its body moves through water like a rolling wave. Some say it can reach the length of a school bus. The native people believed a spirit lived in the lake, and if people crossed without showing respect, the spirit would attack. The first big sighting was in 1926, when people said they saw a strange creature moving through the water. Since then, many people have claimed to see Ogopogo. There is even a statue of it in the nearby city. Scientists say it could be a surviving plesiosaur, or a large, still unknown species of sturgeon. Or perhaps people are being fooled by logs, shadows, or waves. But one thing is true. Lake Okanagan is very deep, very dark, and very cold, and no one knows what lies at the bottom. Like its Scottish cousin, the Loch Ness Monster, Ogopogo endures as a living legend of the deep. 2. Siren Head. Among all the monsters, one stands out as the strangest and most unsettling: Siren Head. Imagine a towering figure, around 40 feet tall, thin as a dead tree, rising like a telephone pole in the middle of the forest. Instead of a head, it has 2 loud sirens. The sounds are not normal. They are full of static, radio noise, screams, and emergency alerts. Its sirens don't warn. They play recordings of human voices, calls for help, police sirens, air raid warnings, or distorted static that vibrates through the air. This creature became famous in 2018 after artist Trevor Henderson drew it, but it feels much older. People say it can copy voices, like a crying child, a parent calling, or a warning sound. It uses these sounds to trick people into walking into forests, and despite its massive size, it moves in silence. Witnesses report seeing it standing completely still in forests, perfectly motionless, then suddenly gone. Some claim to hear footsteps around their campsites, only to discover towering footprints pressed deep into the earth, impossibly large. No official records exist, only chilling encounters. Its distorted cries went viral on TikTok, haunting millions with echoes of static and screams, proof that even in the digital age, fear finds new voices. Even though it is new, Siren Head now feels just as real as old monsters. That shows something important. Fear never gets old. 1. The Ningen. The last creature is the most haunting of all, and it is called the Ningen. People say it is a giant white creature living in the freezing waters of Antarctica. It has a smooth, pale body, long arms, and sometimes a tail. The scariest part is that it has no face, no mouth, no eyes, and no expression, just a blank white giant moving through black, freezing water. The first stories came from Japanese sailors and scientists who said they saw it swimming under ice. It can be as long as a blue whale. There are no clear photos, no clear proof, only blurry pictures and whispers. But maybe that makes it scarier. Antarctica is huge, cold, lonely, and mostly unexplored. If something wanted to hide there, it could. Does the Ningen really exist? Skeptics contend that it could be an elephant seal, an unidentified iceberg, or even a big albino ray. But others believe the Ningen is a new species, either an aquatic ape or a deep-sea humanoid adapted to the frigid Antarctic seas. But as a story, it feels alive. Its mystery spread through Japanese forums like 2chan, where modern creepypastas breathed ghostly life into its legend. Myths last because they touch something deep inside us: fear, wonder, and curiosity. Maybe these creatures never walked the earth. Maybe they lived only in stories. But stories shape how we think, how we fear, and how we dream. These 7 creatures remind us that the boundary between imagination and reality is razor thin, and sometimes monsters live in that space between. Which one did you like the most? Tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey, like the video and subscribe. There are always more dark stories waiting. I'll see you in the next one.